I think I've made my position very clear that Kenyans have gone through a lot of difficulty over the, especially after the 2007 situation that led to a lot of loss of life, property, displacement of people. And I believe Kenyans made a very strong statement when we came to pass the 2010 Constitution, that Kenya will never go back to those difficult times. Now, whereas I uphold and continue to uphold the right, as I have said severally in the past, of protecting people's rights and people's freedoms, those rights and freedoms cannot be at the expense of other people's rights and freedoms. Just like I have stated severally, if our colleagues wish to demonstrate, it is their right to demonstrate. Inform the police what time your demonstration is going to start or your picketing is going to start. Inform the police which route you are going to pass. Inform the police what time you expect that demonstration to end and where you expect to address your people, and the police will provide you protection for that whole process. But be peaceful and do not interfere with the rights of others, do not destroy property, and you shall be protected to fulfill your rights in accordance with our Constitution. But we shall not allow you to infringe on the rights of others. Equally, we will not say it, but it is true, and I will say it. We all know that the problems that we had in 2007 was not that the Kenyan people do not wish to live together in peace and harmony. But what happened is a result of insightful statements by politicians that led to clashes between communities, between people who live together as neighbors. And we have equally a clear law that states that hate speech and insightful statements cannot and will not be allowed. Statements that incite communities against each other, statements that incite Kenyans against each other, statements that instill fear or hate between communities will not be allowed. And my position is that those statements, be they coming from CORD, be they be coming from Jubilee, be they be coming from whoever, will not and shall not be entertained, and those who choose to walk that path will face the full force of the law. And that has been my position. It's not something new. I have stated it severally, and that shall be the way it will be, so long as I am president. I keep repeating, our problem is that we just have such short memories. Even a week, I think, for some of us is too long. I have always been saying clearly that I have never had a problem. And I challenge you to go back and look at your own tapes, going all the way back 2, even 3 months, your own, not mine. Don't ask my tapes. Go and look at your own. Right? Okay? Where I have always made it very clear, right, that I have no problem with the issues that are being raised by our friends. But they have always been insisting that this dialogue is between me and somebody else. And I have always told them, please, just go and take a look at our Constitution and the provisions provided therein on how to deal with these issues. Let us follow those provisions. Let us follow those provisions. For one reason or another, we have continued to say that that means that I am not willing to dialogue. Right? Here we are again, almost 2 months down the road, and what are we doing? We are dealing and resolving the issues within the provisions of the Constitution, like I said almost 2 months ago. All right? So I think all I'm basically trying to say is that we have a solution, yeah, to a lot of our problems if only we were to follow the rules, the laws, the constitution that we have developed for ourselves, right? We have a way forward to resolving this IEBC stalemate, so long as we follow the rules and the provisions. There is no reason for us to be out there in the streets to achieve what the law and the constitution has already given us. You know, people were saying, oh, but we go back to IEBC. When we were going back to IPPG, people forget that the constitution at that time had given the powers of appointment of commissioners to the then president. That was the situation. So there was need to negotiate with the president because he is the one who had the powers, right? But this constitution is very clear. The president doesn't have those powers, right? And I have always said, let us engage one another, right, through the provisions of that constitution, and we will get a solution, right? And I believe that is precisely what is happening, you know, right now. Okay. Now, when we don't follow those procedures, when we now go and get our people also excited, right? Because maybe some don't fully understand, and it looks like, oh, so-and-so is refusing to talk to so-and-so, so-and-so is refusing to talk to so-and-so. And that's why I said, look, for the sake of bringing Kenyans together, I'm willing to meet with my colleagues, right? But even as we meet with our colleagues, it is to me to bring the country together, but we can't engage in this particular subject because engagement has to be where it belongs, which is what is happening right now, all right? And I do hope that our colleagues will also, in good faith, because they are interacting now at the level that they're supposed to be interacting, right? We'll sit down, create this committee, look into the issues, bring it to the floor of Parliament, and address the IEBC situation comprehensively to the satisfaction of all concerned, but most importantly, to the satisfaction of the 40 million Kenyans. And I, both as president and as an individual citizen of Kenya, will support whatever recommendations that they come up with, right, in order to be able to get a way forward, all right? Now, when it comes to this issue of loss of life, and this is why I'm saying, if again you want to demonstrate, you also have a responsibility of saying to your people that, look, we want to demonstrate on IEBC. Take them through a process of what a demonstration means, and that's why we keep saying, notify the police, inform them where you're assembling, inform them where you're going to march, inform them where you're going to finish, tell your people, we are assembling here, don't go causing chaos, you know, as you move about. Because wherever you have seen an incident of problem, it is because supporters have gone out as they are going to attend a rally, either on their way there or on their way back, right? Pelleting Kondele police station. Now, what does Kondele police station, you know, got to do with IEBC? All right? So what happens there? People then, the police are then forced in a situation where they have to react, all right? When you have a scenario, right, like happened in Migori, where prison officers who are transporting prisoners from police stations to courts of law are also attacked. And what do they have to do with IEBC, you know, demonstrations? And it is this kind of confusion that results sometimes in maybe actions being taken, right, that may create an impression, because then it's reported that it was part of the demonstration. But like I'm saying, what does the police, the prison van that was doing its normal business, you know, when it is attacked, now with 2 officers and you're faced with 100 people, you know, this is where the problem, you know, occurs, you know. When Naivas supermarket is being stoned and looted, what are police supposed to do? Say, oh no, these are demonstrations, and yet the management and owners are saying, we are being looted, protect us because you police are supposed to be protected. What does Naivas have to do with IEBC? So I'm saying that if we want to practice and to exercise those rights that are enshrined in the Constitution, then we also as leaders have a responsibility, yeah, if we want to exercise those rights, to also show our people how to exercise those rights without infringing on the rights of others. And if we were to do that, there would be perfect peace. And that is what happened, if you recall, in the last demonstration where they arranged their people and there was no problem, right? But at the same time, as much as there was no problem in where the court leadership was, as their supporters went home, yeah, you saw the destruction that was done on matatus in Huruma. You saw the destruction that was done to kiosk owners on their way home. You saw the... So all I'm saying is exercise your rights. But please also show your people that this is not combative. You know, once we have finished our demonstration against IEBC, let us disperse peacefully, right? And there will not be a problem. There will not be tension, right? So I just want to end this particular thing by saying freedom comes with responsibility, yeah? So you want to exercise your freedom, but you must exercise that freedom also in a responsible manner. If we were to do that as Kenyans, we would have peace, right? Nobody is being denied their right to exercise those freedoms, but we're just saying with freedom also comes responsibility.